Alright guys, I'm here to talk you through how to display your results and your data using Excel and put it into your Word documents. Alright, so say that you've created a table in Word and then you want to draw a graph of that using Excel. So you could copy your data straight over into Excel. If they're not quite going to fit, you can make them slightly bigger. Then your data's in there. From there, you can highlight it, insert. Pretty much always in physics practicals, we're going to use a scatter plot. And then from here, we're going to change the settings on our chart and display our data. So I've got some example data here. So we're going to make a chart. This one, I'm going to insert another scatter plot. Oh, look at this. When I've plotted it, my y-axis hasn't started at 0, so I'm going to right-click on there, format my axis. I'm going to change my minimum to 0. That changes what it looks like completely. Alright, now from here, I've already got a heading there, but I don't have any labels, so in here, I can go and I can add axis titles, and then from here I can type in that this one is my weight. And it's going to be in grams. Here, I can do the same thing, or I can type in here, and I can make it acceleration in meters per second. Done. There's other things you can do. You can change the type of chart, the style or the color of your chart, have a look through, have a play, change it to anything you like from here. I can add on some more grid lines if I wanted to. I've only got major grid lines on now. I could put the minor grid lines on, make it look like that. And then the main thing you want to do is you want to right click on here and see if you can add a trend line to your data. And from here you can plot what that looks like. So that trend line shows that that particular data doesn't really show any trend at all. It actually probably shows no change. It shows that no matter the weight, the acceleration, it doesn't have a great impact on it. Let's look at another couple. Let's get rid of that for a sec. Let's plot this. Please note this is made up numbers just to demonstrate. Okay, so that data plots something like that. If I added a trend line to this, it would add a linear trend line. Right, which means this pretty much shows that as this axis increases, or this variable increases, this one increases also. So they have a relationship that when this one changes also. And it does show you the errors in your practical. So a couple of the data points lie exactly on the trend line, and a couple of them don't really lie exactly on the trend line. The ones that don't, that are very close to, they show a small amount of random error at that particular data point that you collected. The ones that are further away show a little bit more, so maybe a bit larger random error. So that's the data trend there. And there's a third set I'll show you. Insert, scatter plot. Now this one looks kind of weird, so we're going to have a look at what trend line this shows. Now it plotted a linear one on it, but that doesn't really follow our data point. So we're going to change it to maybe an exponential, maybe a power. No, I think that one fits better. So an exponential trend line really you can see that. So an exponential would mean that if we were to write an equation for this line or this curve, it would show us like a power relationship. And you can actually see what equation might fit your data model, your trend line model. If you click this display equation on chart, I'm going to drag it up so we can see it. So that does show us that there's a power there. So y is related to x in a power relationship. So x is up here in the tiny little power. One more thing I wanted to show you was how to take what you've drawn, grab the whole thing on the outside, go copy, and from there we can paste it into our prac report, and then always make it, kind of as big as fits on the page so it's nice and big and clear. And then under here, that's better. And then under here you can write your description of your trends of your graph, or what patterns and trends that your data shows.